Hello students, I am glad that you opted for commerce stream. I, Miss Neeta Tulsiani, will teach you statistics in 11th standard. Students, our very first chapter is related to collection of data. The name of the chapter is collection of data. But before we start with the deep study, we will go through the origin and growth of statistics. Over here, we will come to know that statistics, no doubt, is used in recent times a lot, but it was used even during the Mauryan Empire. In this topic, we will study about the origin and growth of statistics, which says that the contribution of India in the field of statistics is very good, is very significant, is very important, right from the time of Mauryan Empire. Now, during Mughal Emperor Akbar also, statistics was used in different fields like administrative system and revenue services. We can find the proof of it in the book named Ain-i-Akbari, written by Abul Fazl. The German word statistic was first used by Gottfried Eschenwald in 1749. So word statistics came from the German word statistic. Further, we move on to 18th century, which says that by 18th century, the term statistics was used for systematic collection of data by different countries. Now, statistic was introduced in Encyclopedia Britannica in the year 1797. We all know what is Encyclopedia Britannica. It is a very famous encyclopedia. The results of probability theory means chances for occurrence of an event, were found in 17th and 18th centuries, whose giants means main contributors were Laplace and Gauss. The first statistical body, the Royal Statistical Society, was founded in 1834 in London. Now, this society, that is the Royal Statistical Society, works for the development of statistics in different fields. Now, slowly and gradually, statistics was developed by other statisticians also. Galton and Carl Pearson used mathematical statistics in different fields like science, industry, and politics. Carl Pearson was the founder of mathematical statistics, a great statistician. He founded the Advanced Statistical Laboratory in England, and in 1911 the world's first university statistics department of University College in London. Now over here, laboratory deals with the development of statistics. Apart from him, in 1910 and 1920, Gossett and Fisher also initiated for the development of modern statistical science for the data having small samples. Fisher applied statistics or used statistics in different fields like education, agriculture. He is known as father of statistics. There were other statisticians also who contributed a lot in the field. For example, the collaborative work of E. Pearson and J. Neiman. Now we move on to the growth of statistics in our country. Now the Indian Statistical Society, ISI in short, was founded by well-known Indian statistician P.C. Mahalanobis in 1931 in Calcutta. Now over here, the first post-graduation course in statistics was started in the year 1941. Apart from this, Indian Agriculture Statistics Research Institute, in short it is known as IASRI, is another institute which contributed a lot in the development of statistics in our country. In 1935, W.F. Wilcox listed over 100 definitions of statistics based on meaning, scope and limitations of the subject. But right now we will go through the meaning given by Croxton and Cowden. Statistics is the science which deals with the collection. Analysis means to examine or to study the data, and interpretation of numerical data. Interpretation means then to explain the data. So first over here the data will be collected, then it will be studied, and finally the explanation, the result, we will get it in numerical form. But nowadays statistics is not only used in quantitative data but also for the study of qualitative data. Operation research, in short it is known as OR, it is a branch of statistics which was previously used in military projects during the Second World War. Now in India, this OR came into existence in 1949 with the opening of an OR unit at Regional Research Laboratory in Hyderabad. Now what does this OR unit does? They analyze the data so that they can take a proper decision. Now in which different fields are these OR techniques used? They are used by the government to maximize the per capita income with minimum resources. Per capita income means per person's income. How can a country increase per person's income with minimum resources? Other different fields are industries, and also size of stock to be decided on the basis of future demand. Students, now we move on to our next topic that deals with quantitative data and qualitative data. Over here we will find the meaning of different terms that are used in statistics. Very first we start with the population. In statistics, a group of all the units under study is called a population. It means, suppose I want to study the standard of living of workers of a particular factory, then all the workers are my population. Suppose I want to study the literacy rate of our country, then all the people staying in our country, living in our country, become my population. Next is size of population. The total number of units contained in population is called size of population. It means, as per my previous example, if in a factory there are 1,000 workers working, then my size of population will be 1,000, because I am studying the standard of living of all the workers. If the total total number of units of population is finite, say n, capital N is used in population, we call it a finite population. Finite means we all know fixed number. As in my example, 1000 was the number. So this is a fixed number. So we say that over here the population is finite. Next we move on to sample. A set or a group of units selected from the population on the basis of some definite criterion is called sample. To be very simple and easy, if I choose some of the workers from my population and study them, that will become my sample. Obviously, I will choose the workers on the basis of some criteria. So, set or a group of units selected from the population on the basis of some criterion, definite criterion, is called sample. The example is, suppose from that population of 1000 workers, I chose 100 workers, then 100 becomes my sample. Next we move on to size of sample. Size of sample over here is denoted by small n, and it means the number of units in the sample. As in the example it was 100. So 100 will be my sample size. Now we move on to our next definition, that is data. Inspection of all the units of the population or sample is done for statistical study of a problem covering different aspects. The set of all the observations obtained by such inspection is called data. Whatever result I get after inspecting population or a sample is known as data. Now we move on to variable characteristic, which says that measurement of a characteristic varies from unit to unit. It can be either numerical or non-numerical. Now to be very simple and easy, I'll explain it to you with the help of example. It means there are 10 people in a class and I want to study about their height and weight. So the height and weight of those 10 people will differ. It will change from person to person. So this is known as variable characteristic, which changes from unit to unit. Now it can be numerical or non-numerical. Next is qualitative variable. It says that the qualitative variable is non-numeric variable. It means over here we are talking about a person's quality. For example, as given in the textbook, educational level, vegetarian or non-vegetarian are examples of qualitative variable. Over here, a person's quality is taken into consideration. We shall call such qualitative character as an attribute. Such kind of qualitative characteristic is known as attribute. So obviously the collection of observations on the attribute, that is on qualitative characteristic, is called qualitative data. If the variable characteristic is numerical, then it is called numeric variable. If the variable characteristic is given to us in the terms of figures, then it is known as numeric variable. and the collection of observations on numerical variable is called quantitative data. Over here, the examples are given to us are the data related to the attributes like gender of workers, educational level. They tell us about the qualitative data, and the data related to numeric variables are monthly income of workers, their age, etc. Now students, that's it in our today's session of statistics. We'll meet you soon and we'll continue with chapter number 1.